ICT in 4 minutes made 45 handles in this video. We're going to be going over his exact trade. We're going to be looking at his entries. We're going to be looking at his exits, why he decided to get in at this level, why he sold here. What the heck is this equilibrium and how does that work? And we're going to be going over all those details in this video. To begin our analysis, we really need to start on a higher time frame to get the higher time frame context of where the market is going. So if we take a look right here, we're on the 1 hour and we have this high that happened on Wednesday, November 22nd. It's a previous week high. Well, we went into that level right here on the lower time frames, and that in itself was a market maker model. If I move down to the 15-minute, we'll see that market maker model here play out. We have the original accumulation, we have our reaccumulation, we have our expansion higher, and then we have our smart money reversal right here, which played into this previous week high. This is important because this is a very major level that I would say all of the trading community expected some type of reversal here. Well, we did just that, and we did it with some pizzazz all the way down. Then we completed the market maker sell model right here. But what's interesting is that this market maker model right here is also a market maker sell model within a larger market maker sell model. We have our original consolidation right here. We have our expansion higher. We have a reversal, which was our previous, was that smaller market maker sell model. And then we expand lower, and then we enter this consolidation, which this consolidation was actually overnight. And you can see that on the 8:30 candle right here, it actually wicks up just under from a level from the previous day. Now I'm going to go into the 4 hour, and this is going to be really interesting to look at. This is why you want to look at multiple time frames in your analysis. Here is that 8:30 a.m. wick that I'm talking about, and look at this candle right here. This candle's low to this candle's high. This is a SIBI, what we call a SIBI on the 4 hour, and this red line is the consequent encroachment. And look what this wick touches. Amazing. So this wick is sitting at 16,098.75. This candle's high, which is located right here, this candle's high is 16,098.5 to the money. That right there is precision, especially when it doesn't violate the consequent encroachment of this 4 hour. This tells us that we can expect continued bearish prices to the downside. And that is exactly what we see after the 8:30 wick higher, which was news. We continue down. We start going down before the 9:30 bell. Let's take a closer look at the 1 minute. So we know that the market is bearish and we know that we're moving lower. We just don't know what that low is. So I have marked out right here several different lows that we could be targeting, and ICT targeted this low right here, but we had a low here. We had this low that we took earlier this morning, and we broke through all of that in this move lower, which was right after the home sales news at 10 a.m. So we have a couple things on here. I'm going to remove this one right here for now so that we can get rid of some of the clutter here. This highlighted box here is actually a 5-minute SIBI. And if we go into the 5-minute, you'll see that right here how we created this. We have a low here, high here, the SIBI, and we wick down lower, we retrace back up in our second stage distribution, and we respect this level. What's interesting though is when we go to the 1 minute, the first time we actually violate with wick only and it closes below it is right at 9:58. He got in at 9:59, 1 minute before news. And I would say it's common knowledge that most traders suggest, and even ICT highly recommends, is you not get in any trades before news because you never know what they're going to do. There was one video, however, he did talk about how news tends to move price in the direction that it wants to go. And if there's a clear indication on where price is moving to, you can actually benefit from that news and ride the wave of that news. And he did just that. So he got in his first position of 5 contracts at 9.59, and he got his second 5 contracts right before it actually broke the low. I watched when he actually made the execution on this one. I assumed he was going to get it after it broke, but he just casually went up to the top, clicked sell, and grabbed another contract before we actually broke this low, short swing low right here. And it wicks lower. Now, this is interesting. Take a look at this. From the high of this move to the target or the low, I put on here to find out where the equilibrium was. And we see price move lower, and on this candle at 10:01, it wicks back up almost to the equilibrium. Now, I don't know what this means. ICT pointed it out in his analysis on his trade. He just, obviously he's not talking in it, and he just goes like this. But if this isn't a clear indication that this is algorithmic based, I don't know what else is. We know that the algorithm is wanting to push price lower. It goes right up to the equilibrium from its target, from the high of the move, and it almost hits it exactly. That's just insane. And it pushes lower. Now, I said this in another video. ICT's target was right here below the sell side, meaning he was expecting it to push through that level and continue lower throughout the day. It's really important to know when you're in a market maker sell model that when you have levels and you look at these levels on a higher time frame, you expect when price is coming down to complete or move lower in the market maker sell model, you expect price to push through these lows because it's moving in a direction. It wants to take the liquidity that's sitting under these lows. And ICT talks about that the liquidity is anywhere from 4 to 8 handles below that, and it pushes through this level. You can see when it broke this level, it didn't just wick below it and move higher. It actually pushed through it. And this right here is something, after looking at multiple videos of market maker sell models, I'm seeing this pattern play out. When you see price wick just below a level, you may not be in a market maker sell model, or you can expect price to come back down at a later time because most likely it's in some type of time distortion, and it will push through it. And that's what we see here. We see that here it actually pushes through this level by a few handles, and it wicks back up in this lower time frame, and that's actually where we see ICT look for his trade. It breaks through this low, goes up, comes down, pushes through it, doesn't grab this low right here, and then has a decent retracement respecting this 5-minute SIBI, and then pushes lower with the news to his target, making over 45 handles in 4 minutes. This was a phenomenal trade. If you like videos like this where we break down trades from ICT to see what we can learn and what we can gather, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.